Good day students, myself Dr. Monica Khetarpal. I welcome you all in the lecture series of MSc Final Physics. Today we are going to discuss the problems in the magnetic properties of material. The first problem that we are going to discuss today is we have given that the susceptibility of magnesium at 300 K is 1.2 into 10 raised to power minus 5. At what temperature will the susceptibility increase to 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5? So, first of all, we will write the data which is given in the problem. We have given the initial temperature T1 which in our problem is 300 Kelvin, and the susceptibility at this temperature is denoted by chi1 and it is equal to 1.2 into 10 raised to power minus 5. We are denoting the susceptibility at the unknown temperature to be chi2 and this is given to us as 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5. We have to find the temperature, final temperature T2. As we know, the relation between susceptibility and temperature for a magnetic material is that chi and T are inversely proportional to each other. That means chi proportionality sign 1 by T. For these two given temperatures, when we write the expression, we have chi1 upon chi2 to be equal to T2 upon T1. So, from here, the unknown parameter T2 is chi1 upon chi2 into T1. Substituting the given parameters, that is chi1 which is 1.2 into 10 raised to power minus 5, chi2 which is 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5 and the initial temperature T1 being 300. We have the final temperature T2 to be equal to 200 Kelvin. So, at temperature 200 Kelvin, the magnetic susceptibility chi increases to 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 5. So, the problem of the solution is, the solution of our problem is temperature equal to 200 Kelvin. Now, moving over to the next problem. Here in this problem, a paramagnetic material has a magnetic field intensity of 10 raised to power 4 ampere per meter. If the susceptibility of the material at room temperature is 3.7 into 10 raised to power minus 5, we have to determine the magnetization, and the another parameter which is to be determined is the flux density in the material. So, we have magnetic field intensity H to be equal to 10 raised to power 4 and susceptibility chi to be 3.7 into 10 raised to power minus 5. So, from here we can find the magnetization from the relation between chi, m and h. As susceptibility chi equal to m by h, we have m to be equal to chi into h. Putting the given values, we get our magnetization m to be equal to 37 ampere per meter. So, we have determined the magnetization. The another parameter which is to be determined is the flux density. The flux density B is equal to mu 0, which here we have denoted as m0 m plus h. Here mu 0 as we know is equal to permeability in vacuum and which has a value 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7, and we have already determined the value of magnetization which is equal to 37, and H, the field intensity, is given to us in the problem as 10 raised to power 4. So substituting these value and solving, we can get the value of flux density as 0.0126. This is the value of flux density so obtained. Now here we are moving to the next problem. We have to compute the flux density inside a bar of chromium that is positioned within a coil of wire 0.25 meter long and having 400 turns and which carry a current of 15 ampere. For chromium, the susceptibility is given to us and it is given as 3.13 into 10 raised to power minus 4. We have to determine the magnetization of the bar of chromium. Magnetization, we have to determine the value of I. In order to find the value of I, we have the value of number of turns, the length of the wire, susceptibility and current. So using these parameters, first of all, I am finding the value of magnetic field strength. Magnetic field strength denoted by capital H is expressed as Ni upon L. Here N number of turns which in our problem is equal to 400 and small I is the current. Here we have a bar which is carrying a current of 15 ampere and the length of the wire is 0.25. So putting all these data, we get our magnetic field strength H to be equal to 24000 ampere per meter. Now we have the value of H, so we can determine the flux density B. But for this purpose, we must know the permeability. So first of all, we are finding the permeability and we know that relative permeability mu r is chi plus 1. So using this, we can find the relative permeability as susceptibility of chromium is 3.13 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Now from this data of relative permeability, we have determined the permeability mu which is equal to mu r multiplied by mu 0. Mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. Now from this data of permeability, we have find the flux density inside the bar of chromium as B equal to mu H. Mu is known to us. We have determined mu. We have also determined the value of H. This is our value of H. Now from all this data, we can find the magnetization I which is equal to chi upon H. And on solving, we get magnetization to be equal to 0.13 into 10 raised to power minus 7 ampere per meter. The next problem which we are going to discuss is that the magnetic field strength in silicon is 1000 ampere per meter. Now the magnetic field susceptibility is minus 0.3 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Find the magnetization and flux density. As magnetization, I equal to chi into H, putting the value of chi which is minus 0.3 into 10 raised to power minus 5 and H is 1000. So we get the magnetization to be as minus 0.003 ampere per meter. The another unknown parameter is flux density. The flux density is equal to mu 0 H plus I. Mu 0 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. H given to us is 1000 plus I. I is minus 0.3 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Collecting all this data, we get the flux density as 12.56 into 10 raised to power minus 4 Tesla. The next problem is that find the permeability of annealed iron at saturation, and the susceptibility is given is 5500. So we have to find the permeability. Permeability is mu, which is expressed in terms of susceptibility as mu equal to mu 0 1 plus chi. Using the data of mu 0 and chi, we can find easily the permeability of annealed iron. Mu 0 is well familiar to us, is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. 1 plus chi is 5500. So substituting all this data, we get permeability as 6.9 into 10 raised to power minus 3. This is our required answer. Now we'll discuss the problem of a bar of an iron silicon alloy. The BH curve, that means BH behavior, which is shown in this graph, it is of a coil of wire 0.4 meter long and it has 50 turns, and the current passed through this coil is 0.1 ampere. Here we have to find out the flux density, permeability, relative permeability, and the other data also, that is susceptibility and magnetization. These are to be determined using the BH behavior curve, which is shown in this figure. Here, first of all, I am finding the value of H, that means magnetic field strength. For this, the number of turns in the coil are given to us, which is 50, and the current passing through the coil is 0.1 ampere. So we can find H, which has a formula Ni upon capital L. N, number of turns 50, current 0.1, the length of the wire is 0.4. So using this data, we get the magnetic field strength H to be equal to 12.5, and the unit is ampere per meter. Now, in order to find the value of B, I am using the graph. From here, we can see that the value of B corresponding to 12.5 is 1.1 Tesla. So we can easily find the value of permeability using the value of B and the data of H as mu equal to B upon H. Using this permeability, relative permeability can also be determined. Mu R to be equal to mu upon mu 0. Now, the other unknown parameter is susceptibility, and the relation between susceptibility and relative permeability is susceptibility chi equal to mu R minus 1. So, mu R relative permeability is determined as 70064. This minus 1, this will give us the susceptibility of our magnetic material. The last unknown parameter is magnetization, which has a formula I equal to chi into H. The chi has already been determined and H has also been determined. So using the data, we can find the value of magnetization. Thank you students for watching.